It was my second month of freshman year, and my roommate Kevin had just moved out to live with his girlfriend off campus. I was left with the room to myself, which seemed like a blessing at first. But that first night alone, something felt off. I was up late studying, the only light in the room coming from my desk lamp. The dorm was unusually quiet, with most students either asleep or out partying. Suddenly, I heard a faint scratching sound coming from the wall behind my bed. It was soft, rhythmic, and persistent. At first, I thought it might be a mouse or a rat, but as the noise grew louder, it started to sound more deliberate, almost as if someone was dragging their fingernails across the wall. I pressed my ear against the wall, trying to pinpoint the source. That's when I heard it. A whisper, soft and barely audible. "Let me in. Let me in." The voice was distorted, almost childlike, but it sounded as though it was coming from within the wall. I pulled back, my heart pounding. Maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me, I thought. I shook it off and decided to go to bed. At around 3 a.m., I woke up to the feeling of being watched. My eyes snapped open to find the room completely dark. My desk lamp was off and the blinds were swaying slightly, as if someone had just brushed past them. My heart hammered as I scanned the room, but there was no one there, just darkness and silence. Then the scratching started again, this time from the closet. It was slow, deliberate, and louder than before. I sat up in bed, staring at the closet door. It was slightly ajar, the darkness within feeling more menacing than ever. The scratching continued, and then the whisper. "Let me in. Let me in." I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. It felt like the room was closing in on me. Then, as suddenly as it started, the scratching and whispering stopped. The room fell into an eerie silence. I forced myself out of bed and, with trembling hands, pulled open the closet door. Nothing. Just my clothes hanging limply, swaying slightly as if they'd just been touched. The next morning, I asked my neighbor, Dave, if he had heard anything strange the night before. His face went pale. "Dude, last year a kid named Michael lived in that room. He went missing. They never found him, but people say they still hear him at night, scratching, whispering, trying to get out." I moved out that afternoon, never looking back. But even now, whenever I hear the sound of scratching, I can still hear that voice in my mind, soft and childlike, saying, "Let me in. Let me in."